Hey, 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 hey. What's going on, people? What's going on? I hope all is well. We back in, tapped in. Sunday night tap in. Facts over feelings. We here. We back tapped in, right? I was going to do a regular upload tonight. I decided to go a little different route, right? I decided to go the motivational route tonight. Sometimes you need a little motivation. Sometimes you need a little reminder, right? That you got to get yourself back up, get back in the game. It's time, you can't take a knee, but you never bow out, right? So I figured I'd tap in real quick on the power of a positive mind. All right. The power of a positive mind. Now here's the thing, right? The mind attracts all. You feel me? Even life. Now let me give you like a little insight into me. I know you guys see me doing my uploads, my content. Oftentimes it's informative. Often, try to throw in some jokes in there, make it funny. Edutainment, as they say. You feel me? But I figured I would do tonight's going to be slightly bit more serious, right? And I figured I'd tell you about the time that I almost died. That's right, your boy is almost up out of here, right? It's going to be a brief synopsis. I'm not going to give you the whole rundown, but enough for you to nibble on, and more, it's a morsel for you to nibble on, right? But during COVID, in case y'all forgot, COVID was a thing, right? It was a thing, everybody was going crazy. Everybody was out their minds for the most part, right? It was a new situation, unknown, right? Unknown force you can't see. I get it. And then on top of that, you got the media hyping it up on you, right? So I understand. But with that being said, everybody was out of their minds. Understandably so, right? Understandably so. I can't fault you for that, okay? Now, what most people don't know was that in the year 2020, right? COVID, like everybody else, I'm not special in this regard, but COVID took a lot out of everybody, right? A lot of companies fell during COVID. A lot of businesses closed down. A lot of people decided to move, right? Change locations, go from one end of the nation to the other end. The whole thing. A lot of people died, right? So everybody felt it during COVID. I felt it also, right? And long story short, COVID literally took everything from me. Literally, right? Or should I say, like, the events surrounding it took everything from me. And I was at a place that I'd never been at before in my life. Never. I was in a space where the worst things that could happen to you did, right? But it's happening only to you, and you're the only person that's going through it, right? So when they say that the silence is really loud, I know what that means. I know what that means, right? I experienced it. Okay, I experienced it. Okay, I've never heard something so loud as complete silence. It's deafening. Okay, it's deafening. Now, that silence put me in a place that caused me to go through physical ailments. Long story short, right? Long story short, I was going through things in my body I've never gone through before in my life. I've always been for the most part, a healthy person, always competitive, always working out, always on my health tip. And due to those events, my body began to, for lack of a better term, shut down on me, right? And my body began to blow up with fluid. I had no idea what was happening. This is all new to me. I didn't know what was going on. And I was going through it dolo. Confusion, storm, and it's only you in it. This is life oftentimes, all right? I'm saying this because this is life a lot of times too, right? You might find yourself in a space where it's just you, no one else, right? No one else. But while my body was shutting down, while I'm going through these extreme changes, unable to leave my humble abode for days at a time, unable to sleep, right? So for maybe about 3 months, 3 to 4 months, I slept maybe 2 hours a night, 3 to 4 months, okay? I was unable to lay down in the bed and sleep. The only way for me to sleep was on the floor, sitting on the floor with my back against the edge of the foot of the bed, right? It was just me. Okay. Now, while all this is going on, I'm gonna tell you what I believe helped me to stay alive. Staying alive, huh, huh, huh. Anyway, right? What helped me to stay alive was in the midst of all of the confusion, in the midst of all the pain, in the midst of all the physical pain, all the physical abnormalities, right? In the midst of all of that, I still, pardon me, I still was saying to myself, this is going to pass. This will pass. Never did I believe that those situations were going to take me out of here. Even though I was confused, even though I was hurt, even though I was in physical and mental anguish, not once did I believe that it was going to be my downfall, that I was going to kick the bucket and no longer be a part of this existence. I always had the thought that I'm going to beat it. Okay? So when you're steering, it's easy to go through situations that's somewhat comfortable for you, but when you're almost looking death in the face and you're able to say, nah, not today. People are dying around you while you're going through this confusion, right? And you're still going to say, not today. What's my point? My point is, I believe, and I know, pardon me, let me not even say believe. I know that what kept me alive was my mind, right? Oftentimes people hear me say, it's all in the mind. They think I'm being facetious when I say that. No, I am not at all. The mind creates all right? Good or bad, the mind's creating it. You feel me? So, even though those situations, because let me give you some insight, that whole ordeal that I was going through was almost a half a year at the very least. A half a year I was going through that. Okay, a half a year. Again, all confusion. When you don't have the answers, when you don't have answers, it causes fear. Fear is what really takes people up out of here. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Fear. All right. So, but throughout all of, during that whole time, I still had to decide I'm not going to be defeated. I refuse to be defeated. Right now, whatever is in my blood, whatever type of ancestors I'm connected to, right? Whatever kind of warrior spirit is in my blood, I had to say, I'm not going to be defeated. Nah, it's not going to happen. I am going to eventually get past this. That was always my mindset. I'm going to get past this. Okay. And I believe that's what kept me alive, because there were other people around the same time who was going through less things than me, and they kicked the bucket. Unfortunately, God bless them. Okay. But they're no longer here. So I don't take it for granted. So what I'm saying to you right now, don't take it for granted. I'm not taking it for granted. And the fact that I'm here still, I'm not taking it for granted. Believe that. I'm not taking it for granted. Right. So, I'm saying this to say that the power of the mind draws all to you, including life. The ability to sustain yourself, to keep living, is also due to your mindset. Your mind even attracts life, and it also attracts, at the same time, the other side of that coin, it attracts death too. You feel me? So don't attract death, attract life in all its forms. Okay? And everything, bottom line, that you want, you will attract it if you keep your mind set on it. Even though there's going to be storms, even though there's going to be confusion, even though you're going to be in spaces, and it's just sometimes going to only be you. It's going to only be you. You still have to decide. You got to make up your mind to say, I'm not going to be defeated, and I will attract all positive to me. All right. Now, with that being said, though, I already know easier said than done. Trust me, I already know that. Believe that. Okay. I already know that. It's easier said than done, but it has to be done nonetheless. You feel me? It must be done nonetheless. So it's important for you to keep that in mind, right? Whatever you're going through, say, this too shall pass. The power of a positive mind, or Colin Powell called it extreme optimism. I think he called it. I think that was the phrase in his 13 steps to leadership. Extreme optimism. Even when it seems, even though optimism may even seem crazy, like you may seem out of your mind for even believing you can do that. Even if you don't even believe it yourself, say it until you believe it. Say it until you believe it. Okay? And then once you believe it, move to know it. You got to be able to move from belief to knowing. All right? A lot of people believe things, but they don't know things, right? Children believe in Santa Claus. Adults know there is no Santa Claus. You feel me? All right? So once you move from non-belief to belief, and then from belief to knowing, whatever you know is what's going to be attracted to you. So I knew, like I said earlier, I knew that situation, as harsh as it was, as painful as it was, as confusing as it was, I knew that situation was not going to take me out of here. Okay. Now, thankfully, I'm still here. I don't take any day for granted. Of course, you shouldn't anyway. And you don't have to have your back up against the wall for you to come to that kind of realization. All right. If you can get there without that, fantastic. Okay. But I was able to come back. I'm stronger than ever. My heart is stronger. Right. I'm in a better situation. I'm in a better environment. Living in a better area. Right. And it's not taken for granted. It's not taken for granted. Okay. I appreciate it all. Okay. And I'm always working to become better every day. Okay. So this is just a little tap in on the power of a positive mind. The power of a positive mind. You'd be surprised how powerful it is. The mind creates all, good or bad. So make it create the good. All right. Make it create the good. You feel me? So this is just a little Sunday night motivation. Okay. And just a little story about the time that I almost died. Okay. This wasn't a 1-day ordeal. All right. It was not a 1-day ordeal. It was at least a 6-month ordeal. Okay. But I'm still here. And during that 6 months, while I was like Jonah in the belly of the beast, right? Daniel in the lion's den. Okay. I still believed and knew I was not going to succumb. You feel me? Now, there was a period of time when I wasn't even able to tell this story. But now this story can also be a benefit to somebody else. You feel me? It can also be a benefit to somebody else. So I'm telling the story. I don't keep it to myself. Okay. I tell it as much as I can. All right. So now I'm telling y'all. All right. But that's my situation. That's my ideal. That was my ordeal. And I'm still here rocking. And we're going to keep rocking until the wheels fall off for another at least 80 years. At least 80 to 100. It's a whole lot to do. It's a whole lot to influence. It's a whole lot to get done. All right. But we still must live our life knowing that time will come. So we should be working every day, building up and creating, knowing that time will come. Okay. And when we come, we've done all that we're supposed to do. You feel me? All right. So peace to the fam. Peace to everybody. Peace to y'all. Remember, the mind creates all. All right. And from your mind comes the words that come out of your mouth. You feel me? So make sure your thoughts are pure. Make sure your thoughts are strong. And whatever's going to come out of your mouth, it's going to be pure. It's going to be strong. And that will affect all that's in your life. Believe that. All right. Now, don't use these words to, to create some kind of perversion. Use it for the right thing. Okay. If you got a perverted mind, get your mind right. Okay. But don't use these words for evil. Use these words for good. Use these words for good. Okay. And to benefit other people also. Be of a benefit to somebody else. That's what everything in this planet is here for. All is in all. To benefit all. All right. So peace to the fam. Peace to everybody. Continue to tap in on Facts Over Feelings. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on the road to 1K subs. On the road to 1K subs. Okay. So I thank you all for rocking with me thus far. And we're going to keep it rocking. We're going to keep going, and keep climbing to the top. All right. Peace to y'all. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.